Hey guys, welcome to the new movie review. Today we're doing Hocus Pocus, so let's jump into it. What are my general thoughts? Like always, what are my general thoughts? I enjoy it. It's an old Disney movie from the 90s and it's fun, it's great. Also, has a lot of things I'm like, okay, that's what you're doing there, Disney. Some jokes that I'm like, if you're an adult, you would get. I'm like, okay, a couple of jokes I'm like, those are a little more, some jokes I would expect from a Disney movie. But they're there. A PG-13 movie like Avengers or some movie, maybe. But, because they do stuff like that, so I'm like, I could maybe, in some of those ways, like maybe, I could see like in Avengers or like Alien or something. But this movie, I'm like, I wasn't expecting that for a movie that technically this is a kid's movie. I'm like, I like that when movies find like a joke that I'm like, an adult will get. And maybe a little kid wouldn't get, but if you're older, you would get it. I'm like, ha, that's funny. I don't know how that's in a Disney movie for kids, but whatever. It's a good movie. That's not a lot of us, but that's a couple, and I'm like, okay. Cause like, most people know. It's like, yep, that's what you're doing, okay. I know what you're saying. I know you're censoring it in a way, but calling it something else completely different. But we all know what you're talking about. I'm like, yep. But the movie's about this guy this kid, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. That's the one thing I have problems with sometimes, is remembering characters' names. I don't know anybody who's in this movie by name or actors or anything. I want to say no, I don't remember anybody's name. But there's this kid who moved into this new town. I think it's Salem. Yeah, Salem, I think it's what the town is. Because of the witches and everything, because the movie's based on witches. And he doesn't believe in any of the witches and all this stuff. That's this girl he likes. And then he has to take his daughter. What am I saying? Daughter. He's taking his younger sister out for trick-or-treating. I'm like, nope, he did not have kids. He is a high school kid, so that'd be weird. Especially, let's cut the can of worms and get it out of there. But he's taking his younger sister out for trick-or-treating, that's what I meant to say. And then eventually stuff happens and he meets, he kind of says some stuff, and it's like, there's these bullies and stuff, and he has to deal with, and he eventually goes to the house where his girlfriend was, and like, hey, why don't you take me to this house, make me a believer, if we go, they go there, and he actually brings these three witches back, because like, oh, you like this thing, then bring them back, oh, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus, nonsense, it's not going to do anything, you light the candle, and also it has to be a virgin who lights it, they actually say virgin, I'm like, I don't think, there's a lot of things you expect to not hear in a Disney movie. Virgin is not the word I would expect to hear from a Disney movie. I'm like, yeah, I'm watching a Disney movie, and then virgin. I'm like, okay, okay, so that's okay. Not I was expecting that word in a Disney movie, but okay, we said it multiple times throughout the movie. Like, everyone that's like the end, I'm like, oh, yep, he's a virgin. I'm like, first of all, how would you know? See, this little girl's like, yep, he's a virgin. It's like, yeah, how would you know? I guess you would know, but yeah, it's like, he's a virgin and lit the candle, and then, stuff happens and the witches come back. It does have a little thing in the beginning about the witches and stuff. What is cool about back in the Salem time, how they died, how they were gone for so long, and then how kind of like, now they're back. So it's like, has a little thing in the beginning about them, so you get a little bit of how they kind of died or what happened to them, so you know what happened to them before, and then they get loose and they have to stop them and beat them and and then the witches bring a guy back from the dead zombie thing. It gets crazy, it's fun, it's a fun Disney movie, it's a fun Disney movie. It's a fun little horror movie. I like it. It's great. It's a good, I would say, old lazy movie. There's a couple jokes that, like I said, for adults. I mean, they're like censored. They're like the jokes that are in kids' cartoons. Where like, yeah, they are for adults, but a kid can watch it and not gonna know them. But yeah, so it's great. The movie was fun. I've never seen it before, and I know it's a cult one that I know a lot of people like. I saw it for the first time. I enjoyed it, and I don't think it was anything like, oh my god, like super like one of the best movies ever, but I thought it was very enjoyable. Really liked it. And I don't watch too much of Disney stuff. Obviously, Star Wars and Marvel, some of the stuff like that, but when it comes to Disney stuff, I don't watch as much Disney stuff, surprisingly enough, just because it's not, also not counting like all the new animated shows really weird, like Amphibious, Gravity Falls, that's not new, but DuckTales, a lot of stuff like that, but when it comes to like their movies, I don't watch as much compared to others. I don't watch everything. But this one, I'm like, yeah, I want to watch this. It's horror related. It looks fun. And it was. So this movie's really great. I enjoyed it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below and let's talk about it. I even this one I saw it. I'm debating on, is it an 8 or a 7? I gotta give it an 8. Because you gotta think about, when I always when I make movies, I always think about when it came out, and you gotta think about stuff like that. I always think about when it came out, because, like, obviously comparing, like, if I compare an old black and white movie to Avengers Endgame, it's probably gonna not compare, it would be so low, but I'm not comparing it to them, I'm just comparing it in general, my thoughts on the movie, and comparing it also, I sometimes will compare it to of the time, because you gotta think about when this came out, how would this would received and stuff like that. It's really good, I enjoy this movie, so give it an A. So thank you guys for watching, you guys can always stay up, see you in the next movie, you guys. Bye. Hocus Pocus.